So, I'm making this video without even knowing if anyone is going to see it, but maybe it'll help somebody out there who's in a similar situation as me. And it's also on my mind, like, constantly. I'm always thinking about my future self and how I can be a better version of myself and what it's going to take to get there. And I really started thinking heavily about it. It's always on my mind. And I really feel like the decisions that I make and what makes me happy, and knowing the difference between what makes me happy and what doesn't, is what is going to get me there. I also feel like I need to attract a partner or be with people and recognize who has the same ambitions and mindset and discipline to be a better version of themselves as well. Because if they're not willing to put in the work to be better, they're comfortable with where they're at, then that person is not for me either. But this isn't about them, this is about me. I just feel like I also need to be with somebody who has the same goals and aspirations as I do. But anyways, yeah, I feel like I'm always thinking about my future self and how I can be a better version of myself. And I feel like different things that help me be a better version of myself is definitely exercise and fitness at least 60 minutes a day, whether it's walking. Specifically running will make me feel better about myself and just help me be a better version of myself. Yoga, meditation, quality sleep, not oversleeping, which I have a very bad habit of doing, waking up earlier, and I also have qualities of like ADD and ADHD, so I feel like setting to-do lists and sticking to a routine also helps my mental feel better, because at least I have a checklist to get things done. So I'll either set that up the night before I go to sleep or in the morning, so I can make sure I'm getting everything done that I need to. But yeah, heavy on the fitness and releasing endorphins in a healthy way. That also makes me feel better about myself and will help me be a better version of myself because it's good for my health and well-being. Doing something artistic and creative as well is super good for the mental, which I struggle with this a bit. Painting, drawing, art in general. Art could be so many different things. Also writing, journaling. I've also really wanted to do pottery for like a long time. So maybe that's a new hobby or something I'll try to pick up on. My sister's always been more of the really creative type. She's always been better at sketching than I have been. She's really good at sewing, and she's had a Cricut for a while, so she likes crocheting and just doing artsy things like that. But I feel like that's also super good for your mental, to take your mind off of the things that are stressing you. And not just turning to, I feel like a lot of people, especially at 25 and older, or if you fit in this bracket and you're younger as well, a lot of people turn to, there's distractions all around us. A lot of people would rather smoke constantly, or drink, or do whatever it is that takes their mind off of reality and things that they don't want to think about, but they don't realize that they're actually doing more damage because it's not the healthier ways to go about it. And I know this from personal experience. My family turns to drinking. I've never really been a drinker, but I do smoke weed a decent amount, and you don't realize until you stop smoking weed that, like, hey, you actually do have a personality outside of this. You do have hobbies and things that you like to do. And unfortunately, sometimes you realize that weed does get in the way of that, because I know myself, and I know when I smoke, I tend to get a little bit lazier, I get distracted, and I'm not as disciplined. So if I smoke, there's a 9 out of 10 chance that I am not going to the gym. I am not doing the things that will make me feel better in the long run, but because I wanted the instant gratification, now I'm not getting it done. So also super hard to stay disciplined in that. And it's never easy kicking bad habits and implementing new, healthier habits. That's never going to be something that's easy. But all you can really do is try, right? Also, this really goes into a lot with eating habits. I feel like when you eat healthier foods, it is better for your mental. You feel better physically, and therefore you feel better mentally. If you're eating more colorful foods, more just whole foods in general, it doesn't just have to be like vegan or plant-based, but just healthier and more intuitive eating. If you're eating with intention, which I do this a lot, and you're not just eating to fuel your emotions. I know, especially again, when it comes to smoking, I get the munchies, and I'll eat anything in sight, especially sweets and sugary foods. But what is that like? What is that really doing for me? It's actually pushing me further away from my goals. I just got to the gym, so yay, go me, we made it. The hardest part is just getting there and showing up for yourself. Especially because I haven't wanted to go here for a while. But yeah, eating healthier foods, eating more colorful foods will definitely make you feel better about yourself and put you in a better state of mind and just make you feel better about yourself. And it helps you become the best version of yourself if you stick to the positive, intentional eating habits. And eating out is cool, you can treat yourself, but I have definitely indulged a little bit too much lately because it's been the holiday season, and I need to get back on track, because if I want to become the best version of myself, that version of Kayla does not eat whatever she sees in sight. Also, things that help you feel better about yourself. I googled it and it said your achievements and your strengths and skill set. If you make a list of things that you're really good at, not things that you're bad at, obviously, but things that you like about yourself, the qualities that you find admirable about yourself, your strengths and skill sets that you bring to the table, and you know what you possess, so you can only attract a partner that has the same qualities within them. Also, I am 25, and just to circle back to comparing ourselves to others, I'm at a strange age where half of the people I graduated with are having kids, starting families, getting engaged, getting married. And if you're somebody like me who has been in a long-term toxic relationship for a while, you kind of feel like you wasted a lot of time. And it sucks when you compare yourselves to these people that are the same age as you, buying houses or getting married or getting engaged. But I'm really trying not to do that and trying to keep a positive mindset, because not everybody's journey is your journey. Yes, even though they are the same age as you and they're achieving goals that you had wanted for yourself a little bit sooner than you are, you have to trust this, because that whatever's coming for you is better. It's greater, and maybe mentally and emotionally you're just not ready for that yet. But you're trying to be. So it's really hard not to get down on yourself about things like that. You just can't compare your story to other people's story. As much as I would like to be engaged and, making these moves with a partner in my life, I need to first fix myself so I could attract the partner that I can really see myself making these moves and goals with. I first need to be compassionate and gentle with myself so I could find somebody who's compassionate and thoughtful and gentle with themselves as well. I need somebody who has aspirations and goals and wants to be their best version of themselves, because that's exactly what I want for myself. If they're cool with settling and they don't want what is best for themselves, or they don't even know how to differentiate what makes them happy versus unhappy, I don't want to be with that person, because we have two different mindsets, we have two different headspaces, and we're not on the same page whatsoever. I'm really out here trying to better myself financially, emotionally, mentally, whether that means going to the gym and, working out every day, or going for a walk at the very least. If that means going back to school, if that means finding a job that's going to pay better so I can set myself up for financial success, so I can move out and do these things. If they're cool with staying in the same job, or they're staying in the same relationship, or they don't want to be disciplined enough to go to the gym, or they don't want to be disciplined enough to do this, that, and the third for themselves, that is not the person that I want to be with. I need somebody who's on the same type of time as me, so we could really, be our best selves for ourselves, but also for each other.